friends, welcome to my channel, Discover with Kim. I'm Kim. I'm so excited you're here with me today. Welcome to this week's book and reading vlog. This week is a very exciting week because this week I'm going to be reading quite the popular trilogy, and that is the Ruinous Love Trilogy. Let's get into it. I've been hearing such good things about this trilogy for so long, and I've kind of been saving it for a special time, and I feel like that time is definitely fall time, that time is definitely October, and that time is definitely right now. So we will be reading the entire Ruinous Love Trilogy this week, or at least we're going to be trying to. This will be a no spoilers vlog, but there will be reactions and there will be some thoughts, some feelings, some reviews, all that fun stuff. If you don't know, the Ruinous Love Trilogy was written by Bryn Weaver. It consists of book number 1, Butcher and Blackbird, book number 2, Leather and Lark, and book number 3, Scythe and Sparrow. This trilogy is a dark romance trilogy, so it is all about the romance, but it is also all about the darkness. I believe, at least in the first book, our main characters are serial killers, so if that doesn't tell you everything you need to know, I don't know what will. But this week I am so excited to dig into this trilogy and really get into the dark romance vibes, so let's start reading. The first book in the trilogy is Butcher and Blackbird. This one I got the special collector's edition because honestly I couldn't resist the beautiful pink sprayed edges. But let me give you a little bit about this story. It says, every serial killer needs a friend, every game must have a winner. When a chance encounter sparks an unlikely bond between rival murderers Sloane and Rowan, they find something elusive, the friendship of two like-minded pitch-black souls who just happen to enjoy killing other serial killers. From small-town West Virginia to upscale California, from downtown Boston to rural Texas, the two hunters collide in an annual game of blood and suffering, one that pits them against the most dangerous monsters in the country. But as their friendship develops into something more, the restless ghosts left in their wake are only a few steps behind, ready to claim more than just their newfound love. Can Rowan and Sloane dig themselves out of a game of graves, or have they finally met their matches? So, they're both serial killers who kill other serial killers, and they happen to meet and decide to do a game, a challenge against each other once a year to basically see who can kill a target first. And it sounds so cute, it sounds so fun, it sounds so different and so perfect for fall, autumn time. Little spooky, little murdery, little romantic. I'm so excited, so let's start reading. Alright, so I have started reading the book. I am 50 pages in, and I will say this story jumps right into the storyline. Like, our main characters meet pretty quickly and get into their little game challenge plan pretty quickly. I'm gonna say it's not like it jumps way into it, but like things start to move along pretty quickly and we're jumping right into the storyline, and I'm really excited. They're basically heading off to meet up for their first challenge now, and going to be starting in the morning, so I'm really excited to keep reading this and see where it goes. So far, really fun so far. The banter is there, and it's definitely very like serial killy, murdery, which is an interesting vibe, and I'm here for it. I will say I want to see where it goes because I'm not sure, so I'm so excited to keep reading. I thought we'd do a little bit of a check-in, so I'm still reading Butcher and Blackbird. I am page 194, and it's really good. So you can see I have passed the halfway mark. I'm hoping that I will get probably another like 30 pages right tonight, so I'll only have like 100 left for tomorrow. That's the goal, that's the plan at least, if not more. That would be lovely. But I'm on page 195 and things are definitely, they're amping up. They're amping up in like the whole serial killer situation. Things are getting a little bit like, they're getting a little bit more like serial killery, a little bit more like, I can't think of the word. It's just getting a little bit more out there in both the serial killer aspect and in the romance aspect. So romance, I'll just say some romancing is happening, and I love their like obsession with each other, and I love like how they get each other and how they don't necessarily open up to very many other people to a certain extent, and they know things about each other. And I just love that about their relationship, is that they can like be themselves and they can be open. I think that's really sweet and it's really cute, and I love that they have such a teasing relationship going on where they just love to tease each other. They love to give each other nicknames, which I think is really sweet. Like, I'm someone, come on Marbles, I'm someone that I will give everybody a million nicknames, like my cats, for example. But come on, Marby. But yeah, I really love the relationship, and it's definitely relationshiping, so I'm all here for that, and I'm really enjoying that aspect of it. I'm watching it like grow and develop, and it's like, it's taking its time, and I was so like, I'm ready for it, I'm ready for it. So I'm glad that we finally got a little bit of something at least. And the serial killer aspect is definitely amping up as well, but in like a fun way. That's a weird thing to say, but like, it's definitely getting more like extreme. They're kind of getting into it a little bit more, having a little bit more fun. It's getting a little bit more descriptive. It's getting a little bit different, and I enjoy that because like, if I'm reading a serial killer novel, like, I want it to be a little bit weird, you know? I want it to have those weird things going on, and I want to kind of be questioning like where the author came up with this stuff, you know? Like, if I'm going for it, I want to go for it. So we're definitely getting into that a little bit more as we're getting throughout the book, which I am happy about, because at the beginning it was a little bit like vanilla for a dark romance, and which is funny considering how it starts, but like, I wanted it to be like that. But yeah, I definitely wanted it to be like a good dark serial killer romance. So I'm happy that it definitely amped up a bit, and that vanilla-ness from the beginning has dissipated, and I'm enjoying that, so I'm happy about that. And like I said, romance is romancing, but I'm at the point where I'm almost at the 200 page mark, so I feel like the like third act complication, issue, breakup, whatever it's gonna be, is gonna have to happen soon, right? And I'm a little nervous for that, because that always like, I get so annoyed when that happens in books. Not always, but like a lot of times I'm just like, oh, can you not? Like, we worked so hard to finally get them together, and they just got together, and now there's some issue. But I'm nervous about what it's going to be. I have a couple ideas of what I think it might be, and I would rather one happen versus either of the other two, because one is more like fun, adventure, exciting. The other two are more like emotional growth kind of things, which, hey, we all got to go through. But like, I don't want to read about that. I want it to be fun. So I'm a little worried to see what that's going to be, but I'm excited to keep going and the romance to keep romancing, and to see what it is going to be. Like, I want to know if I'm correct, or maybe it's going to blow me away and become something completely different. Wouldn't that be something? But yeah, the game plan is hopefully I can read another like 30 to 50 pages tonight, so then I'll have 100 pages or less, and then I can finish her up tomorrow. That's the goal. So let's keep reading. They have to share a room and a bed. Yes. Yes. Let's do just a quick little check-in here. Last night I read a lot more book than I intended to. I'm on page 255 now, so I got a good chunk done, and I have like, what, 70 pages left. So the plan is to finish up the book today. Last night when I started reading, this book got so much spicier so quick. Like, the spice levels definitely shot up a bit, not in like a bad way. I'm just saying, like, definitely got spicier. So once you get to that certain mark in the book, expect there to be spice. But lots of spice happened, and yeah, I have about 70 pages left, so hopefully I can finish that all up, and then we can start on book 2 later. I can't wait. I did it. I finished Butcher and Blackbird just a little bit ago. I really enjoyed it, and I would say I'm thinking it's about a 4 out of 5 stars for me, so I will give you a full review on it tomorrow, because it's currently 9:30 at night, and I don't want to sit here and do a full review of it, but I wanted to pop in here and let you guys know that I did do it. I finished Butcher and Blackbird. I really enjoyed it, and yeah, I don't want to say too much. We'll talk full review tomorrow, but I will be starting book number 2 in the Ruinous Love Trilogy, and that is Leather and Lark. I'm really excited. I am almost positive that you met the characters, the main characters for book 2 and book 3 and book 1. So, and I was a fan of all of them. So I'm excited to get to know the characters better and to dig more into their storylines and their love story. So we're going to be starting Leather and Lark. Okay, it is time for my review of Butcher and Blackbird. It has been a couple days since I finished this, so let's chat about it. This book, I ended up enjoying this book a good amount. I will say that I felt like it was maybe just a little bit overhyped. I feel like so many people love this book so much that I expected it to be like ridiculously amazing. It was good, it was cute, it was funny, it was serial killery, it was a dark romance, and I really did enjoy it, but it wasn't like out of this world amazing, which I was kind of expecting, but I did really enjoy it. The two main characters were really cute. I loved the yearning between them, and I loved that it took place over a number of years and that like they built their relationship and it really developed, and they both had so many flaws, but like they complemented each other. I really enjoyed that. The character development was wonderful. I remember I made a comment about how the third act like issue I was really nervous about, but I was kind of like not sure what it's gonna be. I did end up liking that. It wasn't that bad. Like, I was a little bit scared, but the way that it was written, I ended up really enjoying it. It was not either of the things that I guessed, so I liked that. I liked that it wasn't exactly what I guessed, and I did enjoy the way that it went down and the way that it was written. So I'd say that is enjoyable. If you're someone who sometimes gets annoyed at like the third act issue, third act breakup, this book has a really good one. So I will say that that was enjoyable. The end did tie up. It was a little bit slow at the end. It's like when it was tying up, I was like, how is this going to really end? We finished things up and then like there was still a chunk of pages left and I was like, what's going to happen now? But it ended pretty well. It was maybe a little bit long in my opinion, but I did enjoy it. And like I said, the main characters, they went through a great deal of character development. I liked that. I liked the romance between them. I liked that it was a dark romance and like it was a little bit like, you know, it was darker. Like the things they went through, they were serial killers killing serial killers. So the things they did and the things that they went through were definitely like a little bit darker, a little bit slimier. But I find that stuff enjoyable. I find that stuff interesting and fun to read about. So I enjoyed that. It wasn't like ridiculously gory or anything like that. So that's something you're nervous about. It is not ridiculously gory, but it does have some of that like different shock factor and that gore factor. So like there is gore. Keep that in mind. But like I said, I found it enjoyable, and I ended up giving it 3.75 out of 5 stars. Like I said, I liked it. I liked the banter. It was kind of funny, and the characters were great, and I'd say give it a go. It's definitely a great read for this time of year. For like the fall season, it's definitely a great read because it is a dark romance, and it is a little bit on like the spookier, darker side. So like if you're looking for a good October romance, this is definitely a good one. And if you like dark romance, definitely give it a try. I'm not saying it was bad. I did enjoy it. I just think that it was a little bit overhyped. And then you guys saw that I started Leather and Lark, and don't be mad at me, guys, okay? Do not be mad at me. But I've only gotten 80 pages into it. That's actually a little bit further than I thought, but I have not gotten very far into it because I just did not have the desire to read it. I think it's just like, I was not tempted to pick it up. I know that it's going to be enjoyable and I like it, and the characters it's about, like I'm excited to read about them and read their stories and stuff, and I think it'll be good, but it's just like, I'm not overly excited about it, so I've only gotten 80 pages in and then I haven't touched it in a couple of days, so don't be mad at me. I tried my best to read them all this week and I could not get myself to do that, but the game plan is that I'm going to continue to read this going forward. I'm going to kind of substitute this as I can with Quicksilver by Kelly Hart because I know the next book is coming out soon and I'm kind of in a fantasy mood and it's really fat. So I'm thinking if I read this and supplement this, it's a nice romance and a nice romantasy together. I can read whatever I'm in the mood for that day, and then I'm also going to be reading some mystery thrillers. So it's kind of a good chunk of different genres. So I figured maybe like by balancing those different things, I will actually get all of them read. So it will not all be in this vlog because obviously it's Sunday and it goes up in 2 days. But I did my best. I read one of the Ruinous Love Trilogy this week. I started book 2, and like I said, I think it'll be enjoyable. It's not the mood I'm in. And if you're a mood reader, you'll get that. So I'm doing my best. I'm going to continue to work through it as, like I said, as I work through Quicksilver and as I work through mystery thrillers, because it's October and that's what I'm feeling. So that is the game plan. But that is how I did with attempting to read the Ruinous Love Trilogy this week. It was definitely like a fail. It was at 1/3 and then I started the next one. So I tried. It's just, after the first one was a little bit of like a disappointment, a little bit of a letdown, it was really hard to jump right into the next one because I wasn't like, obsessed, I can't wait to read number 2. It was like, I kind of need a palate cleanser. So we're going to try to cleanse it out and finish it up and get them done because I do want to get them read, and I'd like to get the whole trilogy read because I just want to, like, I want to get it done. So we'll try our best going forward. But yeah, thank you guys so much for being here this week. I'd love to hear your guys' thought on Ruinous Love Trilogy. Have you read it? And if you did you have a favorite one? And like, is there a reason I should really dig into number 2 or number 3? Let me know. I am curious, and I hope you guys are reading something wonderful this week. I will see you guys in a couple of days, and we'll keep chatting all things books. Live well, read some books, go discover, my friends. Bye-bye.